of America
States of America,
and to the republic
for which
Stands
one nation,
one nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
justice for all.
Roll call.
Commissioner McConnell,
here, Florida.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Here, Fort Gratiot, St. Clair County, Michigan.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Here, Virginia.
Commissioner Dunn,
Here, Marysville, Michigan.
Commissioner Rushing,
Here, Marysville, Michigan.
Commissioner Greatop,
Here, East China, Michigan.
Chairman Bohm.
Here, East China, Michigan. Okay, additions, deletions, changes to the agenda, items A through E.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I would move to make, under 3A, make it 7F, and then 3B, C, D, and E would be AR, AS, AT, and AU. Support, done.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Support, Rushing.
All in favor?
Baldwin support.
Aye.
Aye.
That's okay. Minutes of previous meetings, items A and B.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I move to approve and file the minutes of 11/19/20 and Commissioner meeting of 12/3/20, standing committee meetings.
Support McConnell.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Moving on, proclamations. We have two proclamations.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, and I would like to save our,
Commissioner Greatop here.
I would like to save our comments for the end of the meeting if we can, so,
You want me to read that proclamation now?
yes.
All right. I've got a proclamation recognizing Howard Heidemann for years of service, St. Clair County Board of Commissioners. Whereas Howard Heidemann, the longest serving member of the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners, will be retiring after 18 years as Commissioner of District 3 on December 31st, 2020. And whereas on January 1st, 2003, Howard, a retired high school teacher, began his career as Commissioner of District 3, which covers the city of Port Huron precincts 4-10. And whereas Howard's first appointment was to the Parks and Recreation Committee and the Area Agency on Aging 1B in 2020 or 2003. He was appointed chair of the Environmental Public Works Committee in 2005. And whereas Howard has represented the Board of Commissioners on the MAC, Review Committee, Taxation and Economic Development since 2005, the Solid Waste Management Planning Committee since 2005, and the Metropolitan Planning Commission since 2007. And whereas Howard's past 18 years have been marked by dedicated service to the citizens of our community through his professional duties and personal commitment to the County of St. Clair. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners does hereby adopt this proclamation, extending our deep appreciation to Howard Heidemann for his years of dedicated service to St. Clair County and to the community. Please join us in congratulating Howard Heidemann on his retired, proclaimed this 10th day of December 2020, signed Chairman Jeff Bohm, Bill Greatop, Vice Chair, and Commissioners McConnell, Baldwin, Dunn, and Rushing.
Support.
You might have missed the 3.5 minutes that he was chairman at the organizational committee.
Two times chairman.
It's in here, but it was so short that I couldn't read it.
Okay, proclamation for Mr. Greatop.
Yes, Mr. Chair, at this time I would like to make a motion to approve the proclamation recognizing Bill Greatop's years of service. Whereas the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners wishes to recognize Bill Greatop for his 10 years of service as St. Clair County Commissioner District 7. And whereas on January 1st, 2011, Bill Greatop began his career as Commissioner of District 7, which covers the cities of Algonac and Marine City and the townships of China, Clay, and Crawfordville. And whereas appointed chair of the Judiciary Public Safety Committee from 2011 to 2014, Bill has served as Vice Chair of the Board of Commissioners since 2015. And whereas in his role as Commissioner, Bill has served on numerous boards and committees, including the Library Board, Healthcare Trust Fund, St. Clair County Transportation Study, Scott's, Blue Meets Green, Algonac Community Fund, Blue Ways of St. Clair, Community Foundation, St. Clair County, and St. Clair County Land Bank. And whereas his performance of the duties and responsibilities of commissioner have been characterized by outstanding contributions to St. Clair County, which have earned Bill the admiration and high regard of those with whom he has come into contact. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners does hereby adopt this proclamation, extending our deep appreciation to Bill Greatop for his dedication and commitment to the county of St. Clair, and we wish him well in all his future endeavors. Proclaimed this 10th day of December 2020 by Chairperson Jeff Bohm, Commissioners Baldwin, Dunn, McConnell, Heidemann, and Rushing.
Okay, we're going to move on to
Well, they need a support. Do I have a support?
Support, Rushing.
Thank you.
all in favor.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed. Moving on to consent agendas A through E.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I move to approve items 7A through 7F on the consent agenda.
Baldwin support.
All in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, who is the support on that one?
Baldwin.
Baldwin, thank you. I had a freeze up here.
All right. Reports of special standing committees. Duke, anything?
Nothing tonight.
Mr. Graytop.
No, I got a comment right at the end, but I'll hold it till then. Other than that, I have nothing.
David.
Same here, till the end.
Georgia.
Yep. Thanks.
Howard.
No.
Greg.
You know, the only thing I've got is I've been getting phone calls about this designated assessor program that we passed, and the townships are getting notified that they need to they have to vote on this program where they're going to pay $250 a year for a service they feel that they're not going to use, and it'll take them over 2 years before that person could ever be used to help them out, because it takes that long before they would ever get to that point. So they're paying this money. So I don't know. They said that they heard there was one other county that they found out they were charging $50 a township or a taxable entity. So I know that there's been a few that have turned it down, and there's a couple more I talked to that said they were going to. So I don't know for sure where this is going to go. I talked to Justin about it, and I don't know. Just didn't know if anybody else was hearing any rumblings.
Yeah, Greg, if I could add about a 2-minute spiel here. I talked extensively with Justin today. I also talked with Bill Dieter and Bruce Christie of Columbus Township. This is required by law from Lansing that every county must have this. So we only had one applicant, and that's where the fee came from. The monies go directly to that assessor. It does have no monies going to the county. And that was the contract that was approved for this assessor. If it does not get approved by over 50%, then we start the process over again. If we do not get an applicant, from my understanding, then the state will take over, and then they will dictate the charges to the 28 municipalities. We have 2 that are in Macomb County, which is not included. They've already sized up and working with Macomb County. But out of the 28, the $250 equals $7,000. The way I explained to Justin is that it's probably a pretty cheap insurance policy. If we're required by law to do this, each municipality, they're going to be paying somebody. And I believe a local person would be better, but every board of trustees get to vote for that themselves.
How about the township that she represents right now, and they have to pay a fee in case she makes a mistake?
Well, I imagine that might, until you get
Well,
there,
I'm just
it could be a
saying, right?
conflict of interest.
There's a lot of things that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the outcome is.
Yeah. Anything else, Greg?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm going to take a pass. Any citizens wishing to address the board this evening? No unfinished business. We'll go to new business. 11A, the MAC update.
I have no motion on that.
We do have Mac is on the line.
We do have Mac is on the line to give the presentation.
And I have unmuted him and promoted him to panelist, so he should be able to take over presenter role.
You got him there, Chris?
I believe so.
He's showing up on the screen.
He's showing up on the screen, Steve. He's logged in. I just don't see video or a microphone yet. But he does have the presenter role, so.
I'll tell you, we'll move on, and if he can get it straight, then we'll come back to him. Let's move on. 11B, Resolution 2026.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I move to adopt Resolution 2026 establishing Board of Commissioners compensation for 2021 through 2022.
Support Rushing.
Discussion, roll call.
Unmute, sorry. Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann, Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Hey, Steve, can you hear us?
Steve, you're muted. There you go.
I can hear you now. Sorry about that.
Okay, ball's in your court.
All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. I've done how many of these Zooms for the past how many months, and I got two today, and they're both on platforms I haven't used in the past 8 months. So I was trying to get my settings set up. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. We also have a proclamation we'll be sending to Howard for his service with MAC. And I do have a presentation I want to run through real quickly with you guys. I'll share my screen here 1 second. Can you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So real quick, just some background on MAC. MAC's made up of 16 elected commissioners across the state, 2 from each region. The board meets 4 times a year. They have met 4 times this year, all virtual, much like you folks have. And we did have an election in our August MAC board meeting where we did fill an open Region 4 seat where Brian Crenshaw was elected. This is your MAC leadership team. Veronica Kleinfeld is the current MAC president from Macomb County. Phil Kyer, first vice president from Ottawa County. Stan Ponstein, second vice president from Kent County. And Ken Borton, actually House-elect Ken Borton right now. He is from Otsego County, and he, of course, was elected to the Michigan House. So what is the purpose of MAC? Obviously, we fill 3 main roles: advocacy, education, and provide services. You folks participate very actively with MAC, so I know you're very familiar with what we do. We look at the advocacy role as kind of a team effort. We're your voice in Lansing and at the federal level, while you guys are the voice in your districts with those representatives or senators. And we appreciate that support. And then we provide various educational opportunities throughout the state. Currently, we have our new county commissioner school going on, which we put on in cooperation with MSU Extension. And then we have a variety of services that counties can take advantage of. Getting into a little bit of our advocacy, this is some of our lame duck priorities. Of course, right now, lame duck is pretty much a crapshoot. The House canceled its voting for the rest of this week due to some COVID concerns. The Senate has been meeting and is in session right now voting. So I'll bring you up to date on a couple more of these issues in a little more detail in a minute. So I wanted to just highlight a couple things on the state budget that we just got passed and we're currently in right now. A couple of things to highlight. We were able to get through the budget without any cuts to county revenue sharing, which we were pretty happy about. Indigent defense was fully funded, which is one of the newer programs from the state. Secondary road patrol and jail reimbursement was funded, and child care fund was did get $250 million. We're getting into some of the legislative issues that are going on right now. Of course, this is a hot topic, allowing counties to meet virtually, the Open Meetings Act issue. Two bills, one in the House, one in the Senate. The Senate bill did pass out of the Senate yesterday, so that'll go over to the House. Now, I did mention how lame duck this year is a little bit of a crapshoot. I do believe this is one of the bills that will get priorities when they come back to vote, and hopefully come back to vote next week. So we do expect this bill to get passed. What this bill would do is basically take the no reason virtual option from December 31st, 2020 to March 31st, 2021. So you could vote, you could meet virtually for any reason at all. After that, you would have to have a local state of emergency or a state declared state of emergency to meet virtually. And that would go till December 31st, 2021. And after that, it would be for special circumstances only after the end of 2021. So again, we do support this. We do expect this to get passed out of the House when they come back to vote, hopefully next week. Court funding, just wanted to update you on that. Trial Court Funding Commission recommendation bills are still out there. We do not expect them to get passed this year, but we were able to get a bill passed, which is now PA 151, which extends the court cost authority to 2022. That was due to sunset in October of 2020. Had that not gotten passed, would have cost counties about 200 to 300 million statewide. So we were happy to get that passed and look forward to working on these bills in the next legislative session. There are a lot of good things to that Trial Court Funding Commission recommendations, and you can see those recommendations on our website. Property tax foreclosures was a hot topic with their decision at the Supreme Court with Raffaelli. Basically, what those two bills listed on this slide do, put into statute what the Supreme Court said as far as the foreclosure process goes. Obviously, excess proceeds cannot be retained by the foreclosing governmental unit anymore. So those proceeds have to be given back. One part of this package that I wanted to highlight is back in the late 90s, there was an option for counties to opt out of being that foreclosure governmental unit, and then the state would be that governmental unit that would foreclose. We had about 11 counties take advantage of that back then. We were working to get that option back open because we are hearing there are some counties that would like to take advantage of that option again. Joint Task Force on Jail and Pretrial Incarceration. This package of bills has passed out of the Senate as well. We do expect it to be passed out of the House in coming weeks, a very bipartisan package. The task force was tasked with looking at who was in our jail population, why were they in there, how long were they in there, what were the mental health issues that were in there. So what this package of bills does is tries to reduce our jail population in a safe way. Like I said, those bills have passed out of the Senate and are now in the House. Veteran Service Fund. This is a relatively new grant fund that was set up a few years ago to help our veteran population, county veterans. This bill, what this does is basically under current law, in order to access this grant, counties have to maintain a serviceable, the previous year funding level that they did for their county veteran counselors or their county veterans offices. Obviously, with COVID hitting, this has made it very difficult for counties to maintain that funding level. This would eliminate that funding level so that every county would have access to this grant. The grant is basically $50,000 to each county and then a population-based disbursement after that. And I believe the fund is worth about $4 million. So we're hopeful to get that piece of legislation done this year due to the circumstances with COVID so that counties can continue to access this fund that ultimately helps everybody. Four-year county commissioner terms. I wish I had a little better news on this. We've gotten this pretty far through the legislature, farther than we have ever had it. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not going to get done this legislative session, so it is something we will have to revisit next legislative session. But it did get very far. I look forward to reintroducing it again. Materials management plans. You guys are one of the leaders, obviously, in recycling and reuse. This package of bills, which do not expect to move this year, probably be revisited next year, kind of looks at minimum recycling goals, provide some funding for these solid waste plans. We have some concerns about the funding levels that may not be enough because of the complexity that these plans can get and some of the costs involved them. So I just wanted to make you aware that it was something that was introduced and will be something that will be worked on. Automated equipment taxes, the Senate package of bills was approved by the Senate and is in House committee. Basically exempt sales and use in PPT tax on automated retailers for using it to fulfill online order. Reason we're opposed to this, that it does not any replacement revenue for so we do oppose it right now. We'll see what happens with this package shows on the next few weeks. Binding arbitration, we've come across some of the past years, I believe. This is the about arbitration. They are opposed to in the local level and make that. Strategy DNR is due to provide a land new land to the legislature. Right now, what we're doing is gathering feedback. You can see. So, talks. You love. Or this. For you. This time for sure. See everybody. One sec.
Any questions for Steve at all? Steve, I appreciate your time. Thank you. Okay, Chris, get it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Need a motion to accept that and file it?
that was just an update. I don't think we got item C, resolution 2027.
You're muted, Bill.
Bill Great Top, you're muted.
Can you hear me now, Bill?
Okay. Got
There
it.
you go.
All right, sorry about that, guys. Move to adopt resolution 2027, establishing compensation for members of the Department of Health and Human Services Board for 2021 through 2022.
Baldwin support.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn. Commissioner, you're muted, Duke.
Still.
Commissioner Dunn? Yes, gotcha. Thank you. Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Item,
See?
2028.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I move to adopt Resolution 2028 establishing road commission compensation for 2021.
Second, Heidemann.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Item E, Resolution 2029.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I move to adopt Resolution 2029 establishing the elected officials' wages for 2021.
Support McConnell.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn, Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Item F, Resolution 2030.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I move to adopt Resolution 2030 establishing wages for canoe for the 2021 year.
Second, Support Heidemann. done.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. So items G through Y are all collective bargaining wage adjustments. If you guys aren't opposed, I have no problems that we just lump those all into one. If there's any individual items, can we do that, Jay?
Yeah, you can, but I would make sure your motion is inclusive of, each item number.
Will somebody make that motion?
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I will move to adopt resolutions 2033 through 2053. And those would be items 11G through 11Y.
Support done.
Do I have okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any discussion on that? So let's go back. We should have done a roll call probably on that.
Yeah, let's run a roll call on that, Joe.
Yeah, let's do it.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Item Z, Resolution 2054.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I move to adopt Resolution 2054 authorizing a declaration of the state of emergency for the county of St. Clair.
Support Rushing.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
AA, Resolution 2055.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I would like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 2055, adopting the 2021 Special Revenue Funds budget and amending the 2020 General and Special Revenue Funds budgets.
Support done. Heidemann.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Heidemann, Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Items A, B, policy 314.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve policy 314, employment opportunity.
Support McConnell.
Thank you.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Items AC policy 321.5, conflict of interest.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve policy 321.5, conflict of interest.
McConnell support.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
AD policy 323.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I would like to make a motion to approve policy 323, discrimination and harassment.
Support done.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
AE policy 374.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve policy 374, the emergency closure and partial closure.
Great top. Support.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
AF, the board's meeting schedule, always subject to change.
This time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2021 Board of Commissioners meeting schedule.
Support Rushing.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. AG, the boards and commissions reappointments.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the boards and commissions reappointments as presented.
Support
Great
done.
top. Done.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? AH, the library annual renewal license.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Citrix annual license renewals for the library in the amount of $13,750.
Second, Heidemann.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann, Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Item AI, the 2021 memorandum of agreement.
Yes, Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2021 memorandum of agreement with the Michigan State University Extension Services in the amount of $26,929.
Great top.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Bohm.
Yes. AJ, the Manning table change.
Yes, Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the change in the county clerk's manning table, eliminating a part-time election director position and adding a full-time election director position.
Done.
Support McConnell.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? AK, Sheriff and Under Sheriff memo.
Yes, at this time, Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the statement of understanding between Sheriff Matt King and the Board of Commissioners.
Great top.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
AL, the library system bylaw revision.
Yes, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Library System Board of Trustees bylaw revisions.
Support done.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
AM, contract approval request.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the contract renewal with Westlaw Thompson Reuters for a 3-year term in the amount of $67,183.
Support McConnell.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn, Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop, Chairman Bohm.
Yes. AN, the Veteran Service Fund grant.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the fiscal year 2021 County Veteran Service Fund grant resubmission.
Support McConnell.
Discussion. Favor.
Aye.
AO Resolution 2050.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 2050 establishing rates for criminal indigent defense counsel.
Support
Great job.
McConnell.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. AP of contract for East China.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement for law enforcement services with the Charter Township of East China for a term of 1/1/21 through 12/31/23 in a total amount of $538,032.
Support Rushing.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. AQ Sheriff contract for the Township Port Huron.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement for law enforcement services with the Charter Township of Port Huron for a term of 1/1/21 through 12/31/23 in the total amount of $2,551,443.
Support Dunn.
Thank you.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Heidemann, Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes. Item AR, the 2021 pension retiree healthcare contribution rates.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the pension contribution amount of $5,359,604 with a 6% of eligible payroll contribution to the healthcare trust fund.
Great job.
Thank you.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes, resolution 2056.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 2056 supporting the Enbridge Line 5 tunnel.
Great top.
Discussion.
Yeah, great top there.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
AT, the Eagle grant agreement.
At this time, Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the grant agreement with the Michigan Department of Environmental, Great Lakes, and Energy for the development of the St. Clair McClung Coastal Birding Trail in the amount of $32,890.
Support McConnell.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
AU, addition contract for Huron House.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the probation residential services contract with the Huron House for a term of 7/1/20 through 6/30/23 in an amount not to exceed $350,000.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. Just for a matter of the principal contact on the back, we have William Kaufman down there. We need to have a correction and have Terry Hepting's name put in there.
Dave, you're muted. You have to hit your button.
It says I'm okay.
All right. We'll fix it. Roll call.
Commissioner
Oh,
Rushing,
you guys are too funny.
did you hear me?
Roll call, yeah.
Yeah,
Commissioner
Rushing?
Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Chairman Bohm.
Yes.
Carrie, you want to vote for that
Administrator's
one too?
report. Ms. Hefty.
Our morgue renovations are getting close to completion. We have some punch list items left and a little bit of site work. But the thing that could be our big delay is we do require a state health inspection since it's located in a hospital. So we are working to get that scheduled, but we do need that inspection before we can move in and take occupancy. We have been hearing from NACO and several other sources that there may be a potential extension of our CARES funding. Right now, all of our CARES funds must be spent by 12/31. and any items that we order must be received by 12/31 in order to be eligible to use our CARES funds. So we are hoping that they do extend that through 12/31/2021. That would definitely be helpful to us because we do have some items that we may not receive by year end. But as part of our CARES funding, we were able to do some upgrades at the convention center to make it a little more COVID friendly. So we have touchless bathrooms and some upgrades to our HVAC system to increase the air exchange. On that note, we did hear the state employees that occupy the other half of the administration building. They have not been in the office since March of this year, and it looks like the latest we heard is they will not be returning until March of 2021 at the very earliest. You know, we have not heard anything from them regarding their lease or any changes to that, but at this time, that half of the building has been mostly vacant, except for a couple employees coming in and out to pick up paperwork. Next month at your organizational meeting, we do have a couple business items that will come to you that we're not quite ready for this meeting because of the short turnaround time and moving it up a week. But we do hope to have a contract with you for the medical examiner's office to outsource the operations and all employees with Dr. Spitz's group, Michigan Forensics. And so what that would do is the employees would work for that group with the exception of one employee we would keep as ours. So we would pay them for all the staffing, the supplies, and they would basically run the office for us. And we have another large project, some upgrades to the jail cameras that has been bid out and in the works for some time now. The current cameras in the jail are analog, and we would like to finish upgrading them all to digital. It gives them a lot better visibility for the officers, and the recordings are a lot more accurate if we ever need to go back to them. So that will come to you at your organizational meeting as well. And I guess last, I would like to say that it has been an absolute pleasure working with Commissioner Graytop and Commissioner Heidemann, and you will definitely be missed.
Thank you.
All right, I believed everything in the report except the last line. But anyways, do I have a motion and a second to accept the administrator's report?
Great up.
Somebody second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, those opposed. Miscellaneous business to come before us. I'd be remiss if I didn't say a few words here, and I'm going to start with you, Bill. Ben, I would echo what Carrie said. Been an absolute pleasure to serve with you guys for the last 10 years, and all your hard work that you've put into your district down there, the representation that you showed, your involvement to really bring the southern end of the county, to the table on some different things. And I know you've got a laundry list of accomplishments and things that you've done there. You're going to be, greatly missed. Obviously, we talk a lot. It's been, I can't say enough good things about having you there. And Howard, old Blue, where you at? You on the screen there? I started out with Howard. I cut my teeth with Howard. Remember first got elected, didn't know anything about Robert's rules, didn't know how to make a motion, didn't know any of that stuff. I went over to Howard's house and he sat me down and explained all the Robert's rules and how you do that, kind of coached me through that. And that was back when Howard was a little more crazy political. He's softened up now. He's a pussycat in his older years there. But Howard and I think everybody on this board, we've all become very good friends through this, shared a lot of time, always have respected one another's opinion and stuff. And it's just been, man, I can't even say enough, Howard, about how much of a pleasure that has been serving with you for the last 16 years, here for me. And I just wish you and Linda and the kids and everything very well moving forward. So if anybody else would like to say a few words, feel free.
You're on mute.
You're muted, Duke.
I'd just like to say thanks for all your guys' help. Bill, you took me under your wing when I came on 5 years ago, and much like Howard did with Jeff, you showed me the ropes. You came to my house, spent time with me, taught me the computer system. You guys have always been there, but great mentors. You're going to be greatly missed, not only in your districts, but in all of the county. You guys are above and beyond, and there's big shoes to be filled for both your seats. So good luck in the future for both you guys.
I got a couple things. You're muted, Greg.
David?
Yeah, Howard, first you. You've become a good friend, and you're one of the most honest people I've ever met, and I've really appreciated working with you. We work very good together, and you really supported who you represent and the county. You've done fantastic as working with you as a commissioner. Bill Greatop, you've sat beside me for 10 years, and that's a long time. You know, I'll be the old guy now at 65, and for 10 years, that's a big part of my life, so I will miss you, Bill.
Thanks, David.
I appreciate the learning capabilities that you both passed on. It's been an enjoyment working, but it's been better becoming friends. And I consider you both very good friends. And thank you for everything that you've done.
And if I may, oh, someone else. Dave, were you going to say something? No. Okay. If I may, I'd just like to say the amount of time that I have spent on the board has been made easier and way more enjoyable. And just having the two of you to lead the way. I've been involved with county things for a number of years, so I've always known your names because you're both legends in your districts. The amount of time that you both spent making sure that St. Clair County always could rise above and have the best of whatever the county needed. That's what I watched you do. And it's been just, you've been great mentors. You are cheerleaders for the area, and getting to know more about what you do and just how much of your lives that you have given to make sure that all of the people in this county have better things. I can't thank you enough for that and for your friendship. And it's not goodbye, it's see you later, because you just can't get rid of me that easy.
Okay, well, motion to,
Jeff?
oh, I'm sorry, I gotta
Jeff?
let you guys talk. Sorry.
Yeah, I just, I want to say that these have been some of the best 10 years of my life, most productive, I think. Teaching kids rewarding, but doing a lot of the stuff that I did on this board was also very, very rewarding. And I believe that I've felt that along the way, and it was just a wonderful feeling. I want to thank Jeff for his leadership and taking me under his wing, so to speak. I think that Jeff, earlier today, I got a letter from somebody, a constituent, saying thanks for all of the service I did, and made a comment that felt that they will never see another Bone Great Top team like Jeff and I put together. We teamed an awful lot of things out there, and I felt very, very comfortable with that. Sometimes I think he spent more time with me and on the phone than he does with his wife and his drinking buddies. But hey, it is what it is. So that's a big thank you there, and also a big thank you to the other commissioners that are sitting there listening in right now. I don't want to name all of them in the past because I'll probably forget somebody, but they were included in on this. You guys have made it so much easier for me to at least appear to be a good commissioner. When we all pull in the same direction, it just makes it so much better. And I believe, in all honesty, when I came on this board, we were kind of at the bottom financially of where we'd been for a while. And we brought this thing back. We've done, built our fund equity every single year. We've done some major projects. I mean, if you want to talk with the convention center and all the other things that we have done, been a part of all of that. I believe, in all honesty, that the commission is probably, and I can't say this for a fact because I haven't been around in the past, but I would venture to say right now, our Board of Commissioners would probably be one of the top boards ever. The last 10 years, all pulling in the same direction. And so I thank all the commissioners who have helped me do my job a little bit better. I also want to thank Carrie Hepting, Bill Kaufman, and everybody else, and I won't name all of them in that administrative office. They've done a wonderful job of supporting us. Sometimes we go off the wrong end and they straighten us out. That's really appreciated, more than you can imagine, Carrie. And please share that with the rest of your team up there, that I just think the world of them. I also want to thank all of the department heads. There is not a department head out there I do not know in some sort of a personal way, and I have them on speed dial should I need them. The fact that they pull the county in the same direction that the Board of Commissioners is pulling it made our job just so much easier. I could go on. I could talk about Gary Fletcher's group and how they have helped, and Robert Law and his group, but I'm going to stop right there because I know that Jeff has an appointment at 7, so I want to get this thing over with. But thank you all, and I appreciate your kind words tonight, guys. Thank you.
Is Howard out there?
Yes, I have to unmute myself here, but thank you for your kind words. Just a couple observations. You know, we had an opportunity to work on the landfill, developing the septic bioreactor. I initiated the concept of a bioreactor out there, and our engineering team went to work, and with board support, we made it happen. And it's just as Jeff likes to say, we like our landfill. Some communities don't. We like it. And I still remember a comment made by Marysville commissioner way back when, and he said, "We have the Cadillac of landfills," and I think he's absolutely right. I would like to comment about my service on Park and Rec. I can't say enough about the Park and Rec commissioners that I've served with over the many years, and the Park and Rec staff. When over that 18 years, we've gone from one county park to 6, and we've taken in, I think, $13, $14 million in that time of Michigan Natural Resource Trust Fund grants to develop our county parks, both in the townships as well as in the county. It's just been phenomenal. And that doesn't happen unless you have talented people working. The convention center, it's too bad COVID came along, because I think it was just starting to really roll. But I think that was the biggest item to spurt economic development after the Great Recession. And it wouldn't have happened without some really dedicated commissioners who take it. And that happened primarily, I feel, because of the leadership of Jeff Bohm, our board chair. And as Jeff likes to say, I think he does, that what we're going to do is focus on, is this something that the county can benefit from? Is it an opportunity for the county? And what's your feelings? Do we go forward with it? And if we felt it was in the best interest of the county, we went forward. We knew there was some risk involved, but it turned out really well. Back when I first joined the board, one of the first major problems we had was, in my district at least, was bullnosing all of that area, 150 homes, 30 businesses, by the state and the federal government to build the plaza. And Lindsay just sent an email out today that it looks like they're going to go forward with that and start the development. It'll take about 5-6 years to get it done, but at least they're starting it. So we can look forward to that. anyway, thank you for your support of my ideas when they were positive, I guess. And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Hey, Jeff,
Yes.
just one more quick thank you. I want to say a big thank you to Steve Samasco. He was the guy that told me every time I was wrong and explained to me the right way to do things. So I just want to throw that out there.
Good. Okay.
Jeff, just really quick, it's been a while, but I just want to, after all this time, actually go on the record and tell Dave Rushing that Bill Graytop did get his hand up ahead of him. So
Fair enough.
he was sworn in earlier than you. So Dave,
It's official.
It's
official.
but
The
as
tenure
of
battle's over.
12/01 on January 1st, you'll have a little more tenure. So
Fair enough.
Motion to receive and file.
So moved. Great tap.
Support Rushing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Adjournment. Take care, gentlemen.
Thanks, Jeff. Bye.
Aye.